The ATO settings can be accessed and updated by clicking on the Payroll Settings tab here or here and selecting ATO Settings. Here you will see two tabs, ATO Settings and Electronic Lodgement and STP. These details will be used to identify this business to the ATO during electronic lodgements. The first setting requires you to select the relevant scenario for the business, that is, who will be submitting reports to the ATO on behalf of the business. The three options available are, as the employer. This option should be selected if no external tax or BAS agent will be lodging submissions to the ATO on behalf of the business, and there is only one employing entity set up in the business. As a registered tax or BAS agent, this option should be selected if an external tax or BAS agent will be lodging submissions to the ATO on behalf of the business, even if there is one or more employing entities set up. As an intermediary for multiple employing entities, this option should be selected if the employer is lodging all ATO submissions and there is more than one employing entity set up in the business. A handy feature in this screen is the ability to copy from business settings. If you click this button, it will populate the business fields from the information previously entered on the business details screen. This function can be used regardless of what ATO setting is chosen. The ABN field will automatically populate from the business details page, even if the copy from business settings option is not selected. The ABN field cannot be edited from this page. The Electronic Lodgement tab will allow you to enable the business and lodge STP events seamlessly to the ATO, as well as lodge employee tax file declarations online directly to the ATO. Please note that upon the commencement of STP Phase 2, pay events will report the taxation information of every included employee. As a result, employers will no longer be required to lodge tax file number declarations with the ATO. Before you enable electronic lodgement within the payroll software, you will need to contact the ATO and provide them with your software provider and software ID information. The software ID is a unique number per business and so should not be shared with anyone else outside of the ATO. It is essential your connection with the ATO has been established before you enable the electronic lodgement to avoid issues with STP lodgements failing. It's also important to understand that transitional options relating to STP, when migrating over to this payroll system during a financial year, can have huge ramifications if not done properly. We recommend that you contact your payroll provider for instructions relating to your specific scenario. Once the ATO has provided confirmation that the connection has been established, click on the Enable Electronic Lodgement option, which will launch the STP registration wizard. Confirm your business details, then select Next, and confirm who will be lodging STP events for this business. This should be the same setting as you have set up on the ATO settings page previously. You will need to select the option you used to establish the connection with the ATO and confirm the terms and conditions. Once the STP registration process is complete and electronic lodgement is enabled, you will notice additional sections appear on the electronic lodgement and STP screen. Business Management Software or BMS ID. This is the unique ID that is used by the ATO to identify your business. If you have migrated to this payroll system from another payroll system during the financial year and meet the requirements of your particular scenario, you can change this ID to the previous payroll system's BMS ID. As mentioned earlier, it is best to check with your payroll provider before doing so. Standing Authority Declaration. When registered agents lodge pay events to the ATO on behalf of an employer, the employer must provide a declaration that indicates that the agent may lodge payroll reports on their behalf. This may be in the form of a standing authority at the time of each pay event. If this declaration has been completed, you can enter the details of this authority here. You are then able to use the standing authority when lodging pay events that include the same payroll information on a defined schedule. Please note that the Standing Authority Declaration section will only appear if the As a Registered Tax or BAS Agent option has been selected for who will be reporting STP. To add a standing authority, click on the Add Standing Authority option and the following pop-up will appear. Enter the full name and email address of the person who has provided the standing authority and enter the date the written authority was provided, then click Save. It is not compulsory for a registered agent to have a standing authority with their client. That is, it is not essential for STP reporting. All this means is that before you lodge a pay event, you will need to request client authority from within the system. The person or persons appointed to provide the authority will log into the applicable pay event and approve the event. Only after this time will the registered agent have the ability to successfully lodge the pay event. For more information, please see the detailed article linked in the video description.